go back.
Hello, L.
What's good? It's your girl cai.leretv back again with another drop. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I hope y'all are feeling great and good. Hopefully this week has provided you guys with blessings. Pockets are overflowing. Just feeling good physically and mentally and spiritually. And if it has not been the best week for you, it's Sunday. Monday is right around the corner, a brand new week. So hopefully this upcoming week suits you well, okay? So if you have not, before we get into this video, if you have not watched my latest drop, I dropped it last Thursday at 5 o'clock. So if you have not watched that yet, make sure you tune into that. But today, it is our first video on the mentality. So first Sunday drop. I'm not gonna say too much about it. We're just gonna go ahead and get into this video. Let's go. Alright, y'all. So today's topic is going to be about, have you learned your lesson? Have you learned your lesson? Galen, forehead, you giving very much forehead. But let's just say, like I said before, you take a test, you don't study for it, you fail. Let's say you ask the teacher, yo, I don't believe I did my best on this test. Please give me another opportunity to take the test, and I make sure I will do better this time. I'll make sure that I study, blah, blah, blah. So let's say the teacher's like, all right, boom, bet. I'll give you another chance. You take the test. You do the same thing that you did before. You didn't study. You were just happy to be given another chance, right? So you didn't study, got the same result, failed. Now that ties into what I got to say. We all experience and go through trying times, all right? But some of you, including myself, are repeating the same lesson and prolonging your testimony. CP, K, what you mean by that? Such like when you see yourself always ending up in the same toxic relationship, just with different people. Friends is not going well, your friendships aren't going well, you'll always end up in a bad situation, your work life isn't doing that great, you always feel like you're doing this, that, and the third, and it's just not suiting you well. You have got to recognize the patterns that are leading you into these terrible toxic situations. So with that being said, I wrote this a minute ago. You guys get the exclusive. This is coming from a page from my book that I'm currently writing. If you don't know, I do poetry and I like to write. So I am putting together a poetry book. I will let you guys know when that book will drop, but I am in the process of finishing the pages up and whatnot. So you guys are about to get a little sneak peek, a little snippet, a little exclusive page, you feel me? So this title is called Not Your Fairy Tale Wish. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read you a little bit from it. I'm gonna read this from my laptop. All right, so I prayed for my patience. I waited years for my dreams to unfold. I prayed for the ability to forgive. My partner stepped out on me during our relationship. I prayed for control over my anger. At my new job, I have a coworker who loves to work my nerves. I prayed for peace. Everything surrounding me fell apart. Be honest and careful in what you pray for. Life wouldn't be fulfilling if we were given everything we asked for right then and there. Everything has a base of learning. A base of learning. God puts you in situations in which will allow you to attribute the very trait you have prayed for. So get ready. So, as I wrap up and summarize exactly what I mean by that, be ready for what you ask God for. And if you're not religious or you don't believe in God, you believe in another higher being, just replace what you believe in. I believe in God, so I'll be using God as my example and whatnot. But if you believe in another thing, obviously replace God with what you believe in. And if you don't believe in anything, I just hope that throughout your journey watching me, you will end up finding your place in who you believe in. Because again, it's not just us who's creating these opportunities, situations, everything that you're blessed with and everything that you walk into. It is not from us. Yes, we did the work, but there is another higher being who's opening the door that you just stepped through. I hope you understand that, and I hope that doesn't go through your head, because everything we experience, like I said before, positive and negative, is not because of us. Or let me rephrase that. Everything that we experience is for a bigger and higher purpose. However, we are just the instruments. The higher being is the one who's orchestrating the play, orchestrating the concert, orchestrating the chorus, orchestrating the back end to the back end. We are just a part of the plan. We just a small puzzle piece, a part of the plan to the big picture. You got to understand that. We are not the main thing going on. So I repeat, be ready for what you ask God for. You cannot experience a testimony without a trial. Yeah. Let me repeat what I just said. You cannot experience a testimony without a trial. God gives us the tools in order to acquire and build what we ask for. For example, if you ask God for the ability to control your anger and to calm you down, you're not going to just go to sleep after you just ask for that prayer. You're not going to just wake up and out of nowhere you're able to handle Billy's bull nowadays all of a sudden. No, that's not how to. Girl, I'm a thug spiritual, I'm a ghetto spiritual person, okay? God knows my heart. Anyways, you will not sleep. Wake up, ask God what you want and what you need and desire. Go to sleep, and everything that you ask for is what you wake up to. That is not how it works. God will put you in the very situation that will help you acquire the ability to do exactly what you ask for. And a lot of us don't understand. You have to meet God halfway. Yes, God can give you exactly what you asked for, exactly what you wanted, and even give you things that you didn't think that you needed. However, you have got to do the back end work. If you ask God for this, God is not going to just automatically do it. You can't ask God for this, don't do nothing in between, and expect to see results. If you do the work, God will provide you with the results. We are stunting our own growth by not recognizing the patterns in which it is leading us into the spaces in which we are asking God to bring us out of. And now you might reach the point where you're like, well, okay, there might be signs. How do I go about recognizing the signs and the patterns of which I need to know in order to change my behavior? Or not even change behavior, in order to recognize what exactly it is that I'm doing that is putting me in these continuous predicaments. It's pretty much simple. I won't say it's simple, but the act is very simple. You have to get to a point in a place in your life where you realize, okay, look, what I'm doing is not working out. What I'm doing is putting me exactly in the place that I'm asking myself not to be in again. What I'm doing is not contributing to my growth. What I'm doing is making me stagnant in life. What I'm doing is not the best for me. All you have to do is once you reach that point, all you have to do is take a seat, take a step back, chill out, calm down, and really assess and look at your life. Look at the patterns and look at the situations that you recognize and that are becoming familiar. It's like, wow, once you really sit back and look at your life, you're like, wow, I really went through that several times. I really was in 5 different toxic relationships, and they all began and ended the same way. I really gained friendships where I realized that they really wasn't my friend to begin with, but however, I met them and greeted them and accepted them the same way that I kept doing the first and second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time. I keep ended up in work situations where the job is just not for me. I keep picking 9 to 5s that is not working out for me. However, the way in which I enter the job and exit the job has all been the same thing. I guarantee you change your reaction to these several different situations, to the people that you encounter, you will see different results. Let's make it plain. Let's make it easy. Like I said before, you have a test coming up, right? You don't study. It's time to take the test. You fail. Why? Because you didn't study. Second time comes around, do the same thing. Didn't study, failed. What did you expect? You did the same thing the first time, got the fail as a result. What did you think was going to happen the second time? You was going to fail because you did the same thing you did the first time. Now, let's just say you took the time to take a seat, take a step back, and you're questioning yourself like, why do I keep failing? I don't understand. Now, when you take a seat, take a step back, you peep. Dang, the problem was I didn't study. Now that you have figured out what is the reason why you keep failing, look, third time, you decide to study this time, okay? Third time comes around, you got a test coming up, you decide to study, right? Time to take the test, now you pass. Different actions create different results. You have got to understand that. The reason why life is all about learning and growing and enduring situations. God puts us in places in order to test us to see if we're ready to move to the next level. Life is levels. Life is a game, literally. Like how we always say life is a game. Life legit is a game, bro. You have got to recognize that and realize that we are always we're humans. It is in our nature to evolve and grow. However, it is easy to stunt your own growth, stunt your progression, stunt your journey. It is easy to prolong the stagnation of which you are experiencing, to be honest. Literally, it is so easy. All you have to do is understand what exactly is it that is making you end up in the same situations. And like I said before, God places us in the same situation to see if we're going to do something different. To see if we're ready to even experience the next level of life. Because look, if you were taking a quiz, I'm going to retrace that test back to a quiz. So let's say before, you didn't study for your quiz. You didn't study for your quiz, you failed. Second time, didn't study for your quiz, you failed. Now you recognize the reason why you failed is because you didn't study. So now you study, now you passed the quiz. God's like, all right, bet. She finally realized what it was that was taken in order for her to pass this test. She finally realized what she was doing wrong. All right, now look. He's like, all right, bet, you're great, you're good. You learned your lesson. Now it's time for level 2. Now it's time for the test. Time for the test. Y'all, you gotta realize life is all about learning. Trials, tribulations, testimonies, and tests. You have got to recognize when you're experiencing a test and when you're experiencing a trial, when you're experiencing tribulation, and when it's time for your testimony. Life is a big bundle of lessons. The learning is never ending. The growing is never ending. But right along with the trials, there's an abundance of testimonies. You just have to reach to the point where you recognize in each situation the behavior that needs to be changed. And again, I'm not perfect. I do this all the time. How do you think I ended up making this video? Because I experienced it for myself. It took so many times for me to recognize what I was doing wrong, and it takes a lot of growth and improvement in order to tell yourself that you are the problem. You're the reason why you're holding yourself back. You're the reason why you haven't gotten there. You're the reason why you're still right here. You're the reason why you're experiencing this. Yes, there might be other people that might be involved in the situations that you are in. However, it is only up to you and how you react in those situations. It is not up to them, because you are the main thing that is capable of allowing certain things to bother you, allowing certain situations to happen to you, allowing a lot of things, in your life, in order to disturb what you got going on, in order to hold you back from what you got going on in the future. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just dropping, that was just a little taste, a little drop of the knowledge that I have for y'all today. I hope that you enjoyed and liked that. At the end of my videos, please make sure you like, comment, and why do I always want to say describe? Like, comment, and describe. Girl, get it together. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. You feel me? And I'm gonna repeat this. I am going to be continuous with these posts and these drops. So every Thursday is anything pertaining to your physicality, and every Sunday is going to be pertaining to your mentality, your spirituality, and everything involving that. And it's always going to be dropping at 5 o'clock on the dot. So make sure you are ready, you are tuning in, and you are ready for this journey that you and me both are about to be on, because everything that I talk about, I've either experienced or I'm going to experience myself. So we in this together, okay? Don't think you're in this alone. So all my socials will be on the screen and in the description below. If you have any suggestions, make sure that you slide in my DMs and whichever social media that you have me on. If anything is important, you can also email me as well with business inquiries. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you enjoyed this video. And like I always like to say at the end of all my videos, always be you, no matter what people say or do. I'm out.
Bruh.